All right, so in here washing dishes, and a little thing about me is I love to cook, but I absolutely hate washing dishes. I hate cleaning up, period. So sometimes when I'm cooking or cleaning, I'll call my mom and talk to her on the phone, and it kind of makes the dishwashing process go by a little faster. And what's interesting is I'm not the only one that does that. My aunts sometimes will call my mom as they're washing dishes, and they'll talk to her. And my mother loves to talk, so there's never a time where she doesn't have anything to say. So if I'm driving back from someplace or need somebody to talk to, then and to keep me awake, you just call her. Like, she always has something to say. Now, you may have heard it before. She may have already told you that same story before. She could have even said it in the same conversation. But the fact is, she always has something that she can talk to you about, so you don't really get tired, you don't really get bored, and she's a fun person to be around anyway. She's hilarious. So today, instead of calling her, because I know she's got a couple things she's got going on, I figured I'd just turn on this camera and wash my dishes and talk about it at the same time. So tomorrow I am super excited because I am going out to California, and there's a couple of places that just put me in a millionaire mindset, and I think that is very important. So sometimes if I want to feel revitalized or encouraged or onto that next track, I'll try and find something cool to do or expensive restaurant to go to. So like Halls is one of my favorites. My business partner, he's in a band, so sometimes he'll play at Halls, and he'll like, Renata, come on out, hear the band play. And so I'll go out there and I'll listen to them, and I'll sit at the bar, and then we'll talk. So sometimes I'll do that, and it's because I think I like to celebrate small wins, but even when there's not a win, the win is that you got up and you survived another day. And sometimes you just need to be encouraged. And me in particular, I like to go out and do nice things every now and again. So I'm super excited about California because I haven't been in a while, and California always puts me in a millionaire mindset. That place and New York City. Like, I love those two places to visit. It just absolutely changes your perspective, your mindset, and I need that, especially this time of year. I have some huge goals for 2024. I know I am going to make those goals for my business and for my healthy lifestyle, all that kind of stuff. And I am super excited to go to Orange County, California tomorrow. I've never been to that part. I'm actually going for a personal branding revitalization retreat with one of my favorite pharmacists, RX Ashley. So this is the first time she's putting this together. And so that's going to occur the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I was not going to fly all the way to California for only a couple of days. So I decided to pad in a few extra days. So I am going, and even more exciting, I am actually going to be staying at the Ritz Carlton. I've only stayed at the Ritz twice in my adult life, entire life, but I sure as heck didn't go as a kid. So, and the two times I went was for a conference in Florida. It was in Naples. And quite frankly, the main reason we went was because the conference was at the Ritz, and the rooms were $180 a night. So I don't really care what the conference is. If it's got a room block for rooms at the Ritz for $180, count me in. That one didn't last long. The first year I went, I took my mom. Funny story, she enjoyed herself. But when you get to the Ritz, they'll offer you champagne. And so we're checking in. Everybody calls you, by your name. Everybody knows who you are. And they gave us champagne when we got there. So my mom was like, oh, this is so awesome. We had club passes. So we went upstairs to the club room. And so you got champagne up there. And so in your room is a mini bar. So I was taking a shower. And I come out, and my mom's got the mini fridge open, and she says, look at all these little bottles they gave us. Well, if you know anything about the new mini fridges, once you move it on that little time sensor, it's yours. You gotta buy it. And so by the time I come out the shower, Mama had at least 3 of the mini bottles out. And I was like, wait a minute. And she's like, what? I was like, once you move them, they're yours. So yeah, funny story. We laughed about it. She did drink it. I had one with her, but yeah, you just got yourself 3 mini bottles, Mama, because you don't have to drink those. So that was a funny story that we shared from that time. And then we went out to eat, me and her, and we get to the restaurant, and the guy says, what do y'all have to drink? I ordered a glass of wine. Mama says, can I get a glass of champagne? So when the waiter left, I said, Mama, let me just share a couple of things with you. The Ritz has changed her mindset just that quick, y'all. I said, Mama, we can't just go out ordering champagne everywhere we go. I said, it's free at the hotel because it's in the price of the club seats that we paid and complimentary for when we joined in. But you just can't go out to these restaurants asking for a glass of champagne. So that was funny. Now, like I said, she's a funny person, great person to be around. I love her. So yeah, that was that one. And then the second time, I took my boyfriend Sean. So we went the last time, and then they quit with the conference. They were having a very poor turnout. It was only like 80 people that would attend. So then they quit with the conference. So haven't been back to the Ritz to stay since then. Now, me and my good friend Terica, we have gone to the Ritz in Charlotte and actually done the massage in the spa. So absolutely love that place. Never stayed there. I know she stayed when it first opened. I've never stayed at the one in Charlotte, but I have gone to their spa a couple of times and I absolutely love it. So I'm staying at the Ritz Carlton in Dana Point, California. Looking forward to it. And then I've got a spa day already planned. So I am going to go to the spa on Thursday. I've got that appointment. I've got it where we're actually going to have, I added the CBD oil. If you have not had a massage with a CBD oil, you are missing out. So I've got that added to it. They have a beverage that you can put, a takeaway beverage in a Ritz Carlton tumbler. So I added that. And the beverage is like a healthy juice, green juice, something like that. And then I also added the hand and foot revitalizer. Don't know what that is, but if they're going to spend some extra attention on my hands and feet, I'll take it. And then those were all add-ons to the 90-minute California massage that I ordered. So certainly looking forward to being at the Ritz. They also had an option for you to get pictures taken. And so it's free to take the pictures, and then of course if you want to purchase the pictures, you got to pay for that. So I booked that for Wednesday. I really want to get some candid shots, maybe on the water, the beach, in some certain parts of the Ritz Hotel itself, just so I can use on some of my social media things and whatever. So got that going on Wednesday. Tomorrow when I get there, I'm not planning to do anything but rest and relax. And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited. There's some travel advisories tomorrow. American Airlines is actually saying we could go ahead and change travel plans. I fly out early in the morning through Chicago, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but we'll see tomorrow. I don't have to be in California tomorrow, so if there is a delay, I can just ride with it and sit at the airport until I can get going. As long as I'm there by Wednesday, because I'd like to be there for my photo shoot. And definitely, I don't want to miss my spa appointment. And then I was on a call with a client this morning, and he's from up north. And he said that the good thing about them, they are used to the snow and that kind of weather. So it's not like here in South Carolina where the airports and things will be shut down. They're used to it. So if they're anticipating snow, they've probably already done everything to make sure that we can get out in the morning. And if I'm going in the morning, I don't have to worry about the trickle down of the flight getting canceled. So I'm not going to change my flight. I am flying first class also. So I do not fly first class often. I only fly first class usually when I book a trip and then they offer me an upgrade for like $50 or $80, when it sounds reasonable. However, for this trip, I originally booked it, I think it was main cabin or something through American Airlines, and then they sent me something towards the end of the year saying, hey, you're over for an upgrade, and I think I paid like an extra $300 to get this one upgraded. I probably wouldn't have done that normally, but we were trying to increase some expenses at the end of last year just for tax purposes, so I went ahead and upgraded it. So this trip here is going to be a full-on trip where it's just millionaire mindset all the way around. So I'm excited. So yes, I am super excited about that. So flying first class, going to the Ritz tomorrow. I'm just going to relax. Wednesday, I'm going to do my photo shoot, and then I'm going to eat a nice dinner and relax. Thursday, going to go to the spa, and then Friday, I'll head over to the Airbnb. So the cool thing about this first conference is we're all staying together in an Airbnb. So I thought that was pretty cool. One, it shows that people have class when they're booking things, because and a lot of people think that when people host events and do conferences and stuff, everybody's not out. That one conference is not going to make people rich, y'all. So whenever you want to go out and count people's pockets, saying, oh, they charged X amount of dollars and they had this many people there, look how much money they made. Quit counting people's pockets. If you want to go and you want to be a part of the event, pay the money and be a part of the event. If you think it's too expensive, don't go. It's that's just all to it. So when Arts actually came out with the dates, and she came out, actually I don't even think we had the dates. I know we didn't have the dates yet. She just came out with the price. I wanted to be in it. I paid my money, and I am going. And so I'm super excited about it. So yeah, that's that point. Just quit counting people's pockets. If you want to go to something, go. If you don't want to go, don't go. If you think it costs too much, then just don't go. And quit talking about things. Quit going into rooms and saying, oh, I paid $80 for my ticket and there's 300 people here. Look how much money they made. Quit doing that. Quit blocking your blessings by trying to count other people's blessings, okay? So that's my tidbit. We actually learned that, or I picked that up from my real estate training with Armando Montalongo, and we went in to San Antonio, and one of the first points he made once they opened up the room for training was how many of you came in and looked at all these people and then said, hey, I paid X amount to be here. Look how many people he got here. How much did he make off of this event? And he said, quit doing that. Quit counting people's pockets. And ever since that day, I quit counting people's pockets. Okay? So if I want to go someplace, I'm not going in and counting how many people are there. I don't care. I paid for my ticket. I wanted to be here. It was valuable for me. And if that's the price that you think you should charge, I think it's fair. I have it. I'm going to go ahead and go. So that is my plans for the week. We're not supposed to have our phones Friday evening through Sunday morning. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I can make it a day and a half. The last time I was without my phone for an extended period of time was when I did a mission trip to Jamaica. That was a few years ago, and that was a whole week. And I actually didn't really miss it. The only thing I missed was, wanting to make sure that nothing was going on at home, like an emergency or something of that nature. But other than that, I didn't miss social media posting. I missed talking in group chat with my friends, talking to my mom, of course. But other than that, it wasn't that big of a deal. So I'm not worried about not having a phone for a day and a half while I'm in California. And then my family and I have this thing where, when we do travel, if something happens back at home, like God forbid if somebody passed away, we don't want to know about it while we're out of town. Ain't nothing we can do about it. If the person really did die while we're out of town, we don't want to know about it. We can't bring them back. You hold a funeral till we get back. No need to ruin somebody's trip. That's why we give people their flowers while they're living. so that if they did die unexpectedly, we're not feeling any guilt. We're just feeling straight grief and hurt. But you don't want to have somebody out on a trip and can't get back, and then they're just worried and they can't do anything about it anyways. I remember we went on a gambling trip. We were on a bus. We used to go every year, and I loved it. And we go to Atlantic City, and this one particular year we went, there was a lady on the bus, and I don't know if we had just gotten to Atlantic City. I don't even think we had gotten there yet. Probably a few hours out. But anyways, somebody called her and told her that her son died. And I don't remember what happened to him. It was like I don't know if he just died in his sleep or what, but whatever it was unexpected. And they told her, and we had just gotten there. And so the lady was sad the entire trip. I mean, she was on the bus crying. It was awful. And everybody's trying to console her. And then you also don't want your fun interrupted. But at the same time, we're human, so our hearts went out to her. It was sad. And my thing is, it wasn't a thing that lady could do for her kid. But somebody called and ruined her trip to tell her that her son died. And she had to sit and wait because she couldn't get back until the whole trip was over. So yeah, it's that kind of thing. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but if somebody, we just have that rule in our family. If something happens to somebody while we're gone, don't tell nobody until they get back. So that's important for people to quit posting stuff about people dying on social media before the family even finds out, because you don't know where all the family members are, and you don't want people to find out that way. So look at me. I'm already almost making great progress. I ordered pizza last night from Marco's, and I'll tell you what happened. So I wasn't going to go in depth on some of these things, but because this is my first video of me actually doing something and vlogging about it, and it's actually not that bad. Like, it's pretty easy just to talk to this camera. But one of the things last night, I was drinking wine. And one of my bad habits outside of drinking too much wine is that it makes me want to eat. And sometimes I'll order mindlessly. So as I was drinking wine last night, it was like a 3/4 of a bottle because I'd already had one glass out of it already. So next thing you know, I'm on Marco's website because I was ordering some stuff through Fiverr. I had a couple other things that I was going through and doing some CE for the training revitalization thing this weekend, going through some of the 10X business coaching stuff, and drinking the wine, and got hungry and ordered. Next thing you know, Marco's Pizza is here with pepperoni pizza and a deluxe thin crust pizza, cheesy bread, and a 2-liter soda. Now, 2-liter soda, I don't drink sodas like that unless it's mixed with Crown Vanilla. But other than that, you won't catch me drinking sodas. Or maybe I have heartburn, I'll get a ginger ale, but usually I'll just grab a beer instead. But anyways, I mindlessly eat when I drink, and that is one of the things. That's not something that I only do. A lot of people probably find themselves doing that. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, well, where do these pizza boxes come from? And even more so, I eat the thin crust. So this was a large, so I ate a pretty big amount of the pizza, and you can see I ate all around the rims of it. And then Sean he only likes pepperoni. Maybe he'll do pepperoni and sausage. So this was his pepperoni, and he likes the full crust. And then we got the cheesy bread, which is absolutely phenomenal. And so, yeah, I am not going to eat this pizza today. I'm actually going to take it and put it in Ziploc bags and stick it in the freezer, because that is a great thing to pull out of the freezer when I do want pizza and don't want to have to reorder it. Take it and stick it in the air fryer, and it cooks just fine. So I have actually already finished all my dishes. All I gotta do is put this pizza up, and then from there I'm going to the wash a load of clothes. I like to have clothes washed before I go out of town, just so I can get more clothes out of it, in particular underwear and anything else that I may need, because I usually wear the same things over and over, although that closet's full of clothes. So go ahead and wash clothes for today, and then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and start packing. So I'll have all my stuff packed. And then I was going to work out today, but I'll be honest, I am not. And I'm trying to get out of, oh, let's just work out when you feel like it, because if that's the case, you'll never work out. And that's also the reason why I've gained all this weight back, anticipating waiting to actually want to or feel like. I did make 4 days last week of working out. I am taking gym clothes with me to California, even if it's just to walk on the beach, to walk the town, whatever, just to be able to do something. And I put on gym clothes, like I got on my gym pants and the sports bra, but I just don't feel like it today. I don't want to. There's a couple things that I want to do, and so I'm going to, instead of eating this pizza, because that is what I would have eaten if I would have worked out. I'm not going to sit here and lie, so I'm going to make a compromise. I'm not going to work out, but I am not going to eat this pizza. I've got some salad material in there, so I'm going to make myself a salad. I'm going to eat that. I already had a cup of coffee, and then I want to tidy up some stuff in this house. Sean and I do live together, but men don't, well, my man, he appreciates a clean house, but he can live in stuff in a little mess, okay? And so I'm not cleaning this up spotless before I leave, because he doesn't appreciate spotless. So that's another tidbit. Quit doing stuff for people that people don't appreciate. If you know that people can live in a semi-mess, and you're getting ready to go out of town, quit spending your energy, sister, trying to make that house clean up for that man, and he's not going to appreciate it, and when you get back, it's probably not going to be maintained anyways. So I clean up, although I hate it, for my own mental sanity. So I already know when I come back on Sunday, my house won't be perfect, but I'm not leaving it perfect either. So I'm not going to go ahead and set myself up for failure. So I know Monday morning I'll get up, I'll tidy back up, I'll mop. It's not dirty in here, so that's not what I'm saying, but it's not as clean as I would like it if I was going to be here all week, but I'm not worried about that. So he'll be here. It's comfortable enough for him. I'm going to cook dinner tonight. I've actually already taken out some lima beans that I'm going to cook and make a pot of rice, and then I'm going to cook these pork chops, so I'm going to do that for dinner later. I do like to cook because he doesn't cook that much, so I don't want him to have the whole week without food to eat, but he'll live. He lived before me, so that's another thing, sister. These men live before us, so if you're going out of town, don't worry about them. I promise you, they won't die from hunger. So I'm going to do that, box up this pizza, and then I'm just going to sit at my computer and work the rest of the day after I get my clothes packed for the trip, and actually wash a load of clothes. And I'm not going to do that. So those are the only two things that I'm going to do, house related, things of that nature, non-work related. And then I'm going to jump on my computer, and I'm going to prepare a couple of things I need to add. I need to get finished for the Rise conference that I'm going to at the end of the month. It's due Friday, but I don't want to have to do much while I'm in California that I don't want to do. Like, I don't want to have to worry about meeting deadlines. So I know for sure I'm going to do some more of my business coaching program. I want to finish the 10X book. I'm on like chapter 7, so I want to finish that. I also have the If You're Not First, You're Last book by Grant Cardone on Audible. So it's about a 7-hour read, so I want to start that. I already started it, but I want to finish it while I'm flying on the plane, so I already got that downloaded. So between going to California and then maybe even coming back, I would like to have it finished before coming back. So we'll see. But those are some of the things that I want to get done. And yeah, that's it. So I prefer to work in the evenings. So I didn't get up this morning until about 9:30. We had a 10 o'clock meeting with a client, and then I had a 12 o'clock meeting, and in between the two, because the 10 o'clock ended at about 10:30, so in between the two, I did a little preparation work for the 12 o'clock meeting. I went and viewed my flight to see were there any changes. And then so just did a couple of things. Returned an attestation audit request because I'm in the government business. So everybody wants to know, are you ready for 2024? That was due by February 1st. Again, I don't want a lot of stuff pending this week. I'm gonna go ahead and knock some of that stuff out. So I got that over. Had some logos presented, sent over because I'm a sponsor at Indie Docs on January the 20th. So I sent over some of that paperwork that I needed to get done. So I have been productive in those few hours. So now I'm about to take a break as I do some housework and get my stuff packed. And then I will shower and put on my lounge clothes, sit back at my computer, and I'll probably work till about 7, 8 o'clock tonight. And then I'll break to cook dinner, and that's going to be it. So this was actually this wasn't that hard. Like, it's actually pretty cool just to be able to talk into it and to get things out. So that's what I have for now, and yeah, have a good day.